What up? What up? What up? What up? Throw some guys in here. Hold on. What up? What up? How's it going? Hello. Saw the bicep pick. Nice work, Buff Door. Hey, thanks. Thank you, thank you. Too lazy to audio troubleshoot right now, so here I am. Nice. Good, good. Hold on, everything looked good. I got my stuff. I got my brush. I gotta re-wet the wet palette. Unless I just do. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'll do. We got the old Plague Bearer flesh here. We go to Plague Town. Good old Plague Town. Did you get these at IKEA? I did not. What up, Blood Vendor? Good old paint shaking. Did you find those paints with mana? I didn't, but I could have. I could have. Woo! Mamma mia. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? I technically don't need it in the title unless I'm doing like a plug for it. But I just leave it there anyway, just cause. Show those lore babies what a real Warhammer fan looks like. Giga Chat. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, oh, I'm watching the 40k lore. Oh, I'm watching the 40k lore. But they're not doing the Warhammer, dude. They're not actually doing the Warhammer. They're babies. They're not powerful plague bearer plague bearers or blight kings. What beverage of consumption? I'm not drinking anything right now. So nothing. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know that much about lore because I don't care about Space Marines or like Space Marines in general because everyone knows that the only armies that matter are the Orcs, the Tyranids, and the Necrons. That's it. That's all that matters. Hold on, let me show you something. Here you go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That's pretty neat. He's the new not Necron, new Tyranid guy. I haven't painted him yet. He's my first Tyranid I built. So that's pretty fun. Let's see what else. I've been working on my Glock Kid. There's my Glock Kid. He's all plagued out. It's coming together. Yeah. Still got a lot to do, but you know, for now he's good enough. We got. Let's see. Been building Night Haunt. Hold on. Where's my Oh yeah, been building Night Haunt stuff. Here's a Night Haunt guy I got paint. He's pretty neat. Look at that. It's the new Night Haunt books coming out. I like him a lot. Let's see. What else do I got around here? Here's the stomp I showed the other day. Hold on. Stompa. Literally gigantic. Comparison. Yeah. comparison. Literally can fit up there. It's a big ass model. This thing was so difficult to build too because you had to you had really terrible instructions, and they were like from 1999. So it was just like pictures of like, put these pieces together. And I was like, are these the right pieces? I guess they are. And then just jammed them together. Did you spray paint it? No, it's primed, but it's primed with like a metallic primer. So technically, I guess you spray paint it, but it's not paint, it's primer. So I can technically paint over this if I want, because he's all primed and ready to go. So like this goblin here, like I'm gonna paint over that and make him green and stuff, but it's just easy to prime him metallic and then move on with your life. So yeah. Roll some dice. Hold on. Here we go. I got death dice. We got a 6, 5, 3, 2. Hey, that's not bad. 2, 3, 3, 6. 4, 2, 2, 1. That's bad. Yo, 6, 5, 5, 3. 1, 1, 6, 2. It's weird because usually skulls you would think they're 1s, but they're actually the 6s because they're death dice. Triple 5s. Yeah.
Thanks.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yo, there it is. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. Yeah, so trust me, I got plenty of stuff. You play or just paint and collect. I started by collecting. Then I started painting, obviously. Then I started playing. And now I have a problem. Because now I do all of them. And I have too many things. I have so much stuff, it's a problem. Super Space Jesus, 25 months. Woo, happy to be here for the Chill Paint stream. It's like, thank you for the 25 months. In fact, I think today we're gonna do some Plague Bearer painting because I have so many unpainted Plague Bears, and I just wanna take this contrast paint and you just splatter it all over them. It's really easy. Plus I can show you my Nurgle stuff. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Yeah, this guy, oh Jesus. Okay. Alright, here we go. First up, here's a great unclean one. He's very unclean and great. You can see here. So pretty much all I did is he's just Zenithal Prime. So what Zenithal priming is, it's where you prime it black and then you spray like a Wraithbone or a white or something over the top to be like the sun. So you essentially, when you prime them black, you get all the shadows, and then when you hit it with the white, you spray it from above. So you spray like the sun hitting it, like, and that way, when you put like this contrast paint over it, or you can just, you know, whatever paint, it like covers all the white spots, and then the shadows become darker, and then it just kind of blends naturally. So it's actually really easy to paint Nurgle if you just do it that way, which is what I'm doing. And then you can always like go back over it. And, you know, if you use it, like, with normal painting, like, if you use your normal paints, you essentially use Zenithal priming to be like, okay, this is where there's light, and this is where there's shadow, so you use, like, darker paints and then lighter paints, and this just makes it really easy. But, you know, you can use it for normal painting as well. So that's my great unclean one. Hold on. Alright, I gotta get these out. Here we go. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Calm down. Alright. Calm down. go. Let me show you my Nurgle army. Here we go. Yeah. So I played a game of Nurgle yesterday. Alright. Hold on. Not done.
Thanks.
Not done. Alright, now we're done. Ugh. So yeah, this is my Nurgle army, as you can see. It's part of my Nurgle army. Uh-oh, someone else fell. That's fine.
Thanks.
Chalkstorm, 19 months. I was playing a game of Blood Bowl with my friend the other day. Rolled 666 on a 655, and then 4 rolled double ones in GFI. In the dead, I picture you. Oh my god, that's insane. What's 18? Sweet. Thank you for the 19 months. And Harper Hex gifted a sub to Snej. Thank you for gifting Snej a sub. Sweet. Thank you very much. Okay, so this isn't even a pile of shame. Okay, piles of shame are when you have boxes of unbuilt stuff. Like, these are at least... I can play the game with these, and people will be like, oh, okay, I know that's a Blight King, right? They're not like, oh, what's that thing? To me, that's pile of shame, especially when I play... So the big thing... Okay, let me tell you about the evolution of my Warhammer journey. So when it started... I was just like, oh, I'm gonna buy a couple Lizardmen, right? Relive my nostalgia days, because Classic WoW was happening, and I was like, I want to relive some of that nostalgia from like back in the day. So I started building some Saurus warriors, and then I built them, and I was like, this is really fun. And then I started painting them, and I was like, this is really fun. And then, you know, I started getting more, and then I was like, well, now I gotta try some other armies, right? So I started buying other things I liked. Then I started playing the game. And when you start playing the game, you're just like, well, now, like, I gotta run this specific army I want, and I need like 2,000 points. So I'm like, I need 30 Plague Bears, I need 5 Blight Kings, I need a Great Unclean One, you need all this stuff. And so I have, oh my god, I have, what is it, Skaven, Seraphon, Orcs, every Orc army. I have Cruel Boy, Ironjaw, and Bone Splitters, even though they're trash. I have Beast of Chaos, even though they're trash. I have Nurgle, clearly. I have, there's more. Oh, I have OBR, Ostearch Bone Reapers. I have Night Haunt now. I have a full Night Haunt army. I think that's it. And then 40k, I have, Tyranids, although I haven't like built any Tyranids outside of this guy. And then I got Orcs and Necrons. I couldn't think of that, I don't know why. So yeah, I only have like 12 fully built armies. Not that many. Alright, Scrivener. Alright, so I have to paint. Okay, we're gonna put the Blight Kings away. Okay, Blight Kings, go over here. How many fully painted ones? Seraphon is pretty much fully painted. All my Lizardmen are pretty much fully painted. Nurgle is gonna be fully painted, because I'm just gonna slap some of this Nurgle flesh, or Plague Bear flesh on a lot of them. Easy. And then, I have some Skaven painted. I actually have a lot of Orcs painted. I have a decent amount of Orc stuff painted. Wahoo! Hold on. I haven't, for some people that probably haven't seen my, uh-oh, Plague Bear down. For some people that haven't seen one of my favorite models I've painted, let me get them, hold on. So here's my Maw Crusher. This is probably my best thing I've got. So I custom based it. Oh, I can't, there we go. I custom based it as you can see. And then I got him on top, all his stuff, and then,
Thanks.
you know, I pretty much painted this dude for like every day for like 5 to 20 minutes, and then after a month I was like, yo, this is like coming together. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's like one of my only fully completed things I've done, models. So yeah, he's pretty neat. Wahoo, wahoo. Zephelios 15 months there with 15 months. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Sweet. Let me put him back. Let's see, do I have any other crazy stuff? This guy. This was one of my first models I built, and then I painted it, and then I kind of touched it up. It was like my Carnosaur. He's alright. Base is kind of janky. I just like threw some shit together. But, you know. I'm pretty happy with him. The guy in top's kind of like plain. He doesn't really have any like pop. Like I might actually go over him and like do something. So, I don't know. He's really like flat. He needs like some pop to him. Like dry brush or something. I don't know. But I have so many... Yeah, I actually painted this guy a bit on stream. But I actually... I might just leave him like this too, because it's like looking back on how you've advanced as a painter as well. So I'm like... Yeah. Plus, I'm like, I could go back and paint. I literally have like so much shit to paint. What else do I got? Oh yeah, here's my slaying. I painted this guy... way back in the day. This was back when I first got started. He's like a, you know, my slaying guy. He pops out. He's in his chair. Pops in. He's a frog. He's made out of not plastic. You had to scrub him down with a toothbrush. Great time. Great stuff. I need to paint the new Lord Croak model because it's actually insane. I started on it, but I haven't painted it yet. Hold on. See, I got this. Here we go. Alright, let me show you. Let me show you, if you haven't seen. So we got... First, let me show you this one. This is one of my Stegodons. I actually really like the base. It's all like muddy. And then he's a Stegodon. He's got a bunch of skinks riding on top. They're not full. I should just finish this. There's like a couple things I gotta paint. But, you know, it looks alright. Then, here's my old Lord Croak. Alright. There he is. He's a mummy. He's chilling. He's Lord Croak. He pops out. Pops in. Falls off. He's not dead. He always comes back to life. Alright, but they gave him his glow up. So look at the new one. Alright, I've only painted some of it, but like, look at this thing. Like, actually, what the shit? Here, and look at the size comparison. This is like you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Like, they gave him a super throne now. And he pops out. So I still gotta paint him. Yep. And the guy in there I gotta paint. There's a bunch of snakes. You know, I started on him. Oh god, I got gold. Oh no, that's his like lip ring thing. Neat. So yeah, I'm probably gonna paint him pretty soon actually. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Whatever, just so yeah, I gotta paint that. It's gonna take a while, but whatever. One of the water bases I did. I think I did this last year. This is like a Bastiladon. And then I did like a water thing here. Ooh. Sounds alright. I was mainly using them to like test out base things. I actually really like basing. Basing's really fun. It kind of like gives them life. Because it's like instead of being like, oh, I'm on a blank thing, you're like, wow, he's actually out in the wild or something. So I like basing a lot. Glided Royalty, subscribe. Thank you, Glided Royalty. Flick. Or wait, Gilded? Gilded, Glided, Glided, Gilded? Gilded, Glided? Gilded? Thank you. And then, oh, here we go. I almost forgot about these. Alright. Let me show you my, oh, I almost forgot about, oh my god. Alright, here's some of my most recent ones. Alright, we've got, here's a Cruel Boy banner guy. Dude, I spent so long on this guy. Like, so long. Just like doing different pieces of leather. And then all the metals and stuff. But, you know, turned out alright. Pretty happy with him. Then my War Chainer. I actually like this guy a lot. War Chainer. Chanting for war. I like how he turned out. And then I have the Skink Priest. There's my Skink Priest I just did. A bunch of feathers and stuff. It's not gonna win any awards, but you know. As long as he's painted and looks decent, I'm happy with it. So yeah, those are my probably my best things I've done. Back you go, back you go, back you go. Cool. Yeah, and then I've got just a bunch of stuff I gotta paint. I can't wait for the new Skaven book, so I'm gonna paint a bunch of my Skaven. Oh, I gotta put this back. Woo. Okay. Dude, I've got so many plain rats I gotta paint. So many rats. Crendor, your paints are so good. Hey, thanks. I'm shading a squad of Primaris infiltrators while I watch. Nice. So, this Nurgle army recently had a sad time. I actually played a game yesterday with them, and I played against Stormcast, and they had, oh god, what are they called? What are the really strong Stormcast unit that do a shit ton of mortal wounds? Anybody that plays the game. Yeah, move him. Oh, this guy's good. He's different. Hobbits? Yeah, the Hobbits. Which one? I don't know. They move 4 inches. They explode when they die. I don't know if that's like a thing they get automatically, but or an artifact or something you take. They explode when they die. They definitely have big hammers. Definitely big hammers. You base paint these? I try to. I've based some of the things I just showed off, but... Oh, you mean actually paint the bases? Yeah, I always paint the bases. I like the bases painted more because I think it helps the miniature stand out a bit. I don't know. And I like that, well, even, I like that it fits more in its environment, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't use an airbrush because I just like... I don't know, I just like the old school painting style. I always think when people airbrush stuff, you can kind of tell. Unless you're like really good, but I don't really like the airbrush look. Plus it just, I always do this as like a chill hobby. And to me, having an airbrush be like, and you're just like, I don't know. Not a fan, but I get why people do it. Let's see, we got 2 there. And then 5. And then 6. 7. Wait. Wait. What about a hairbrush? Yeah, I use one of those all the time. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, throw these over here. Then we get 4, 5, 10, and then 8, 9, 10. Okay, there we go. We got the 30 all lined up. And I'm gonna start using some contrast paint. Did you try the Army Painter 1-coat quick paint? Yeah. So the speed paint ones, these ones. So I personally think they're mediocre. I think contrast paints are better. They're good for like some things. Like I think contrast better. Some are like kind of unique colors. So I'm like, oh, I'll use that color because I don't have it in contrast. But like, I don't know. They do feel a little worse. It is more expensive, but I think it is better quality. But like, I think for certain things it works. Like I used it on my Beast of Nurgle's tentacle hair stuff and it did okay. Alright. So I'm gonna start doing some big time Nurgle contrast paint here. Here we go. Hopefully I don't knock this over. So that would be bad. Alright. So pretty much with these, you just do this. And you just spread it all around. Make sure it gets everywhere, gets in the crevices. Yeah, more. And so contrast paints are really nice because it's literally, it's doing like multiple painting steps. Because you're shading, you're base coating. And if you zenithal highlighted, you're kind of layering as well because it's just popping the shadows. So it's actually real easy for things like this. Especially for like battle line units where I'm like, you know, I have 30 of these. I don't want to go through every single one and like manually paint them. It's 40k easy to paint if you suck at painting. Some 40k stuff is. Some of it's just like really old. Which, I don't know if that makes it easier or harder, to be honest. Sometimes having more details can be more difficult, but like... sometimes it actually helps to do like little things. I don't know, it kind of just depends. There you go. See, like that, boom. He's all nurgled up and ready to go. Wahoo, wahoo. Alright. And then, musician. Have you painted on the old metal models at all? I primed some, but I have not painted them yet. They're definitely a little janky. They're Skaven models. So yeah. Plus with contrast, what's nice is you can paint over it real easy. So like if I paint this guy, right, and I'm just like, and just throwing this all over him, I can come back later and like paint over the contrast paint because it's really thin. So that's really nice with it. So a lot of people, what you do is you just douse something in contrast. So like with my Great Unclean one, right? If I want to be like, oh, I painted over the tentacle on his thing, I would literally just paint over it with like normal paint. And it would be like, fine. So yeah. That's one of the nice things of contrast paint. Get this. Paint his face. Especially with Nurgle, because like they're already supposed to be all slimy and stuff. So even if you kind of overdo it in spots, it kind of just looks very Nurgle-esque. Also, I was supposed to have a Blood Bowl game tonight, but the guy had internet problems, so we moved it to Sunday. For anybody being like, I thought you said we played Blood Bowl. I did. But yeah. Ooh, up there. Uh-oh, I get a little... there. So yeah, I realized I hadn't done any Warhammer painting in a while. And all my friends were just like, I'm watching 40k lore and Warhammer lore. And I was like, dude, I need to do some Warhammer painting.
Thanks.
Alright, a little more. Neat. Should be fine. But yeah, I've been doing this for, it'll be 3 years in July I've been doing Warhammer. That's actually crazy to think about. I've been doing this hobby for 3 years now. And I've only spent a lot of money. Oh yeah, the new Magic the Gathering thing is actually coming out with 40k. That'll be fun. Alcatraz, Prisoner 51 months, 51 on a painting stream. Nice, hell yeah, dude. 51. Sweet. They were the 51 months. You know, I have this thing to make sure the paint doesn't fall over, and I should probably use it. So I'm probably gonna knock it over. So I mean, you know, who would like spill an entire thing of Nuln Oil on live stream? That'd be embarrassing, dude. Who would spill half their Nuln Oil on a live stream? What an idiot. Alright. Oh, this guy's like... Just gotta load him up. There we go. Very good. I'm just waiting for like one of my streamer YouTube friends to like start doing Warhammer stuff. You know what I mean? Because like all of them, like JP, Jesse, Sam, Gma, like they all are like, ooh, Warhammer, but none of them start. They never get into the plastic crack. They just do their thing and then they leave. Very sad, very sad. We'll see what happens with Sam. I think out of all the people, I think Sam would do it the most. 100%. But he's just been watching lore. Is he actually gonna build and paint and stuff? Oh my god, this guy looks so like, bleh. He looks like he just jumped in a mud slime pit. Oh my god. Oh, Octopimp. That's true. Octopimp does it. I forgot about him. There we go. I got at least somebody. Oh, there we go. That's why if TB was still around, dude, I would have like already pitched to him the idea of like doing a Warhammer podcast. That'd be fantastic. I remember he would always talk about some big ass spaceship he bought. And I think he bought it off Forge World, because, you know, that would add up. Dude, Forge World's like, oh my god. You want like 10 giant blocks of resin to put together? Have fun. There you go. Like, I would rather pay somebody to build Forge World than actually build it myself. 100%. Yeah, you literally have to use a saw. Like, you have to use an actual, like, saw to, like, oh my god. I struggle enough with plastic. Yeah, there you go. This guy looks like a fly. I like it. He's got a fly head. Let's see. Should I do another music man? Yeah, let's do this guy. Contrast is nice too, because normally you should not just go like, oh, I'm going into the pot. But with contrast paint, you can just go into the pot. Especially if you're using the same one over and over. And a lot of it. Paul Burt with the host raid. Thank you, Paul Burt. I almost thought it said Paul Blart. And I was like, dude, Paul Blart? Mall cop? Thank you very much. There we go. What do you think of the Gundam model kits? I mean, I think those are cool. They're not really for me, but I can see why people do it. I just, I very much like the Warhammer universe. I like Warhammer fantasy stuff. I like Sigmar. I didn't really like 40k up until recently, to be honest. And even then, I still prefer Sigmar, but I at least appreciate 40k now. And I've played the game, so I can commentate on playing the game. The amount of stratagems. Dude, I think my two least favorite parts that is about 40k is the scoring and the stratagems. Like, what's nice about Age of Sigmar is that you have the same generic ones for everybody. Well, some have like some different things, but for the most part, you're just like, oh, everybody has rally, everybody has all-out attack, everyone has whatever. But with 40k, it's like, all right, I have to use my stratagems. I have about 90 of them, and 40 of them are completely useless, and 30 of them I use in very specific scenarios. It's like, oh, okay. That's good. I hope I remember them. I also mainly just like painting medieval fantasy style stuff more instead of like space and guns and everything, but I do still like some space and guns. There we go. Like, oh my god, okay, but in all fantasy, no matter what it is, I just dislike humans. Like, whether it was me playing World of Warcraft, Warhammer, Sigmar 40k fantasy, just Blood Bowl, whatever it is, I just don't like humans. Like, to me, they're just boring. I guess a lot of people like humans, like the lore, so it's kind of like a lore thing, but like, I don't know. I'm not a big lore person. Like, I think it's cool, but you know, other people have lore and they're cooler, like Necrons. From my point of view, it always freaked people. I remember I did a tier list and I was like, yeah, all the human things are in the bottom, and people were like, oh my god, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. There we go. This guy's an idiot. Another fly head. Woohoo. Let's see, use this guy. Alright, very nice. Keep dunking. There we go. There we go. Night Haunt should actually be pretty easy to paint as well. So I'm excited to paint those. We play with their Tyranids yet? I haven't actually built any of my Tyranids yet outside of one of them. But I'm gonna do that pretty soon. That's the plan. But yeah, currently it's just like it's so much to build. I literally just built so much others. I literally just built an entire Night Haunt thing. So I'm like, oh, the Night Haunt are coming out. I like Night Haunt, and I have some old or some models from like back in the I don't know, a few years ago. So I was like, I'll build a Night Haunt army. So I built an entire Night Haunt army. And then I was finishing Nurgle stuff that I hadn't built. Then I built something else. Dude, I've just been on a building spree and I just haven't had time for Tyranids. But I'll get there. I'll get there. And now there's like Sylvaneth and Skaven. So there's like, I kind of want to build trees. Because I actually really like Sylvaneth models a lot. I think they're cool. And I just like the fact that they're trees too. You can kind of do weather themes with them. That'll be fun. Yeah, the new Night Haunt actually seem really cool. Ooh. Ah. I think I got a little crazy with that Xanathol. Let's see. Just keep power painting. This is why contrast just easy. It's like, this is what I'm gonna do with all my clan rats. Well, because when the new Skaven book comes out, I'm gonna be playing Skaven, and I have 80 unpainted clan rats. So, there's no way I am going to play or paint 80 clan rats individually. So my plan is, I'm just gonna prime them, get the old contrast paint, and just, if I could, I would literally just dunk them in it. You know what I mean? Just like put it in a bowl and take each clan rat and be like, bloop, bloop.
Thanks.
And they'd probably turn out right. Let's do this. And then you can just go and paint over whatever you want. So you can just go back and be like, oh, I'm gonna paint their swords, I'm gonna paint their things, whatever, because you can just paint over the contrast, so it's easy. So that's probably what I'll do. Very good, very good. Alrighty. Good, good, good. Ikaton with the 56 months. Thank you, Ikaton, for the 56 months. Uh-oh, hit the camera. Six. Sword. Thank you for the 56 months. My first minis were clan rats, figured 20 in a box. Didn't matter if I fucked up. Yeah, pretty much. So it's like, I always say when you start painting, everyone wants to be like, oh, I want to start painting with like the giant stuff, right? But really, you should start painting with like the small stuff. Because, you know, if you mess up a small thing, it's like, who cares, right? You can, you know, you got 19 more to test them out. Like when I started painting Saurus Warriors. So that was like what I learned to paint on. And it was like, thank God I did. Because then you look back and you're like, oh my God. Because you can learn how to like, I think a good method would be you take each one, and I think with each one you try to learn a different painting technique. So like try contrast with one, try dry brushing with one, try doing just base coating with one, try like highlighting and layering with one. And then after you do that, you can go back and kind of do it for all of them. I think that would be a smart thing to do. Ooh, get in there. Come on. It's a little too much paint in that face. Soak some out. Put it up here. There we go. Need a little more. Very nice. Yeah, that guy looks good. I like him. In fact, a lot of really easy painting is you just contrast and then you dry brush over it. Some people are like, that's lazy painting, but like, who cares? You know, do what you want. I mean, if you're having fun doing that, then like, who gives a shit? Like a lot of times what I do is I'll contrast all these guys, like battle line, and then dry brush, or, you know, pick and choose what I do. And then with big guys, that's when I actually do my, or like heroes and stuff, that's when I do like normal painting. And don't really use contrast. Although you can still use contrast like certain parts, and it looks pretty good. Like with all the Nurgle heroes I showed off already. Contrast looks really good with them. Oh god, get out of there. Yeah, lazy painting is better than no painting. That's definitely something you learn. 100%. Our banner guy. So I mean, look at this. Once 2 more of these, and then I've got 20 painted plague bears. There we are. Slather it on. Just slather it on. Like, I think this is still fun. Just throwing it on here and just getting it all little crevices. Contrast is really good for like anything with a lot of little crevices and stuff. So things like scales on Seraphon, or even Tyranids, or like plague bears and Nurgle, where they have a lot of like folds and disease spots. It's really good. Probably like Ossiarch, like death stuff, like Bone Reapers or Night Haunt. You can do a lot of contrast. Just anything where it kind of can get into little crevices and chill out. But anything flat is terrible for contrast paint. So you're better off doing normal paint for any flat stuff. Nice paint, thanks. Thank you, thank you. Just kind of power painting plague bears. And then I was showing, hold on, there we go. He's got some in his eye, get that out. There we go. A little too much in there. I was showing the Great Unclean one earlier. So I literally, dude, I think I used up like a 1/5 of this pot, or a 1/4 of this pot just on him. Like just constantly being like, ugh. And I mean, he's like pretty much the same as these. He's just Zenithal primed. And then throw on a bunch of contrast, and there you go. And it looks great. And then I used another 1/3 or 1/4 of the pot. Let me show the Glotkin again. On this Glotkin. Alright, hold on. Here's the Glotkin. It's pretty much the same method. And he's just a big boy. Then you got him on top. I haven't really started on either of them, and then I was just experimenting with flames and whatever. Yeah, he's kind of just coming along. Yeah, he's like 700 points. He's actually insane. But he's also very good, so. I played a game against somebody with the Glotkin on, I think it was like a week ago. And I ended up winning because of the Glotkin. The reason it's 700 points is he has a rule, or an ability, where in your opponent's movement phase, if you're within 12 inches of a unit, you, being the Glotkin, and another unit can charge. So you can essentially charge in your opponent's movement phase, which is like crazy strong, which is why he's so many points. And then he just like, you know, shits on people, but that's the main reason, is because he has that ability. But he is still very pricey, so I like to run him just occasionally just to be like, woo, Glotkin. But outside of that, you know, you're usually better off running other things. Nurgle is just, it's a pretty expensive army, honestly, but I kind of like that because you can just kind of, you know, play whatever and kind of rotate.
Thanks.
Hold on here. Yeah, Zenithal's great. Even if you're not using contrast paint, it just helps to see where all the shadows and stuff are. Alrighty. There we go. This is my 20th Plague Bearer. And then I've got 10 more. And then all my Plague Bearers will be done. There we go. I actually really like playing Nurgle too. I know, so hold on. The Sarugami, 22 months. They got 22 months. Sweet. Almost at 2 years. Thank you, Sarugami. Dude, I've played so much of the game now. It's like insane. Over the years, and so at first I was like, I think I'm only gonna collect these and kind of paint and whatever, and then I was like, I might play a little bit, and then I got so into playing the game. Partially because I wanted to play it as a kid, and I didn't know how to play, and now, obviously it's not the same, it's not like old fantasy, but like, it's still fun. And I still enjoy it. If anything, it's a lot more simple. I think I would have lost my mind playing the old version, because I don't know. I'm still gonna try it when it comes out with the old world just to see. I think it'll be fun. But I don't know how good I'll be at it. Let's see. My favorite faction to play is probably... It's probably still Seraphon, just because right now they're busted. They're so broken. And then Nurgle's actually really fun to play. They're probably my second favorite. So my favorite thing about Nurgle, right, is you're essentially just really annoying. So even if you lose, you kind of win by just being annoying. And I think that's what I love most about them. So like, for example, when you get close to people, you give them disease points, and when you roll 6s to hit, you also give them disease points, and that can go up to a stack of 7 on a unit. And then at the end of the round, you roll however many dice equal to the disease counter, and on every 4 up, they suffer a mortal wound. But then you can get it to like 3 up, you can get it to 2 up, so you can be doing like crazy amounts of disease and mortal wounds. And so like, I literally killed... I was playing a guy who was playing Deepkin, and his turtle got down to like 2 HP, and then he retreated with it because he's like, I gotta get out of here, I'm gonna die. And you have to like heal the disease counter off of the unit to get rid of the disease. So like, even if you're not near anything, you still have a disease thing on you. So even though he retreated, it still just died to disease because it just took mortal wounds and died. And then I just go, disease! And everyone's like, Jesus. I love it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, the Blight Kings are like 250 points, but they're like insane. They're 5 attacks each. I think it's 3x3s. Rend 1 damage. But they can also put disease counters on, so you're doing mortal wounds. They also do mortal wounds at the end of combat. I know. Just saying all that makes me realize how much about so many different armies I know. Like it's like when I know sports stuff, like, oh yeah, they're running the 3-4 defense. It's like I know the exact thing, like, oh yeah, his War Scroll's like 4 attacks, 3x3, -2 damage, but you can get it the blah blah blah. Giant nerd talk. Plus, yeah, though, they're insanely durable. Like crazy. I ran a unit of Blight Kings into what are the Deepkin Archer guys that got buffed in the recent book? I forgot what they're called. Does it start with an R? It might start with an R. I can't remember. But they have a bunch of archer guys. Oh yeah, Reavers, that's it. The Marty Reavers. I knew there was an R in there. He had like 20 or 30 Reavers. And like, he landed them, he deep striked them in on turn 1 and killed one of my Maggot Lords, or Maggoth Lords. And then I sent a unit of Blight Kings into them. And 5 Blight Kings just like took out the entire unit. And he couldn't kill the Blight Kings because they're tanky, so like they don't die. And you get this like ranged unit into melee, so like they can't shoot anything else. They have to shoot you because they're in combat with you, and they're just like, oh, okay, saving on, like, he would roll like 30 attacks, and like 20 of them would hit and wound, and then I would just roll like a 3-up save and be like, oh, okay, I take 7 damage, and then I roll my ward, and it's like a 5-up ward, and you're like, all right, I block like 5 of it, I take like 2 damage. And then it goes back to my turn, I'm like, oh, I heal it up. Like, it's insane. And then I had one of my Maggoth Lords. It's like Orgot Demon Spew. Is that his name? He was just chilling on the point, and he like charged into him and didn't realize that whenever I roll a ward save of 6, he does a mortal wound to a nearby unit. And so every time he would attack me, I would just put mortal wounds into his general that was attacking me, and I just killed him from like doing that. So like that's what makes Nurgle really fun, is they're just really annoying and make people freak out. So I love it. The downside to Nurgle is that they're extremely slow. Like, as you could imagine. They're like super slow, so you have to essentially run either Blight Lords that ride the flies, those fly guys, you know the ones? Or Plague Drones. Or you have to Deep Strike, so you have to use, do I have him here? Oh yeah, this guy. You have to use this guy, the Tentacle Captain, and he can make a ghost ship, so you're like, oh, this guy's taking these units off board, and then you like bring them back onto the board near him, and that's like one way to get around the board with movement stuff. But it's once you're all landed, you move like 4 to like 8 inches max, which is like extremely slow. Like, to compare, there's like units in other armies that move. I think my pterodactyl, or what do you call them, ripperdactyls and pterodons and seraphon move like 24 inches. So I think my pterodons move like, or maybe like 18 inches. They move like 5 Nurgle units combined in movement. So yeah, they're very slow, but once they get to who they gotta kill, they'll either kill them or be really annoying and die, but make you angry. So it's fun. There we go. Oh, we got 8 more. 8 more. Yeah, gut rot spume, that's it. Let's see. Add a unit of Blight King slay Bellicor. You only managed to kill 1 Blight King? Oh my god. That's insane. To the back. I'm trying to think of what other armies. I mean, Skaven. I liked playing Skaven. I'm really excited for the new book because the old book's just kind of outdated, so I'm excited to see what they do with the new book. I have hope. If I read Reddit, Reddit's like, they're going to destroy them. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think they'll be fine. The only thing they're destroying is not making new models. That's the problem, but I think their rules will be fine. So I mean, here's the thing: people make fun of the like, oh, they're never gonna give old model. Dude, have you seen Seraphon? Have you seen salamanders? Salamanders are some of the ugliest, shitty models for the lizard men, and they're like one of the best units in the game. They were just like, what if these salamanders that look like ass from 1998 did like 40 mortal wounds? That sounds good. Let's do that. Like, I guarantee they're gonna do that. They're gonna be like, oh, this Skaven unit that's made out of metal from 2001 is insane. And then everyone's gonna be like, what the shit? It's gonna happen. I know it. But the big thing with Skaven that I love is you can you essentially either blow yourself up or blow your opponent up. And I think that's what I love most about Skaven is just how meme worthy they are. You're just like, all right, I'm either gonna do like 1 billion wounds to you or blow up. And so that's my favorite part about Skaven, and just all the like little tricky things they do, like they can steal command points and whatever. But so I'm hoping that's what they keep, is like all the meme stuff and blowing yourself up and, you know, just being like mischievous and sneaky rats. But I think they've done pretty good jobs with the book so far, so I'm not too worried. Uh-oh. Nice. Dunk it in. Oh yeah, one thing I've learned from playing 40k and playing Sigmar is like a lot of 40k models are just really old comparatively. Dude, oh my god. Like, my favorite armies in this game are all like the ancient armies. I'm like, I like Beast of Chaos. I like Skaven. I like Seraphon. I like Bone Splitters. Just everything that they hate updating. Gotta love it. And then they keep... The worst part about being a Beast of Chaos person is like, they keep being like, dude, look at this giant cow with hammers for the Lumineth. And I'm like, wow, is he a Beast of Chaos? And they're like, no. But, I mean, he looks a lot like a Beast of Chaos. Nah, he's a chaotic beast. There's a big difference there. Oh, okay. Wow, these new Ogroid Myrmidons look exactly like Bulgors, but updated and cool. Are they Beast of Chaos? No, they're not. Oh, okay. Like, it's just, it's constant. Like, wow, a new Centigore thing. Is that a... No, it's not. Like, I don't even bother looking now. They're like, oh, yeah, it's not a... They're gonna be like, here's a new Beast of Chaos thing, but it can't be used by Beast of Chaos, sorry. Oh, okay. Like, I just don't know what they have against him. I don't understand. Please. And then we had like the perfect chance. They're like, dude, we're going to the realm of monsters. The land of beasts and monsters. Like, dude, this has got to be a Beast of Chaos battle tome time with new models. Nope. It's not. Oh, okay. That's good. That's all. I just want like one beast. I think it'd be really cool if they made Tarox. You know the guy from Warhammer Fantasy who's like the big Bulgor guy with 2 axes? And they just made him like as big as this. Like maybe not as wide, but like a little taller or something. I think that'd be awesome. You just have some giant ass Bulgor running around with axes, just beating the shit out of people. I'd love that. I'd be happy with that. If they were like, here's your Beast of Chaos model you get once every like 5 years. I'd be like, dude, awesome. This is great. But no. So you just keep on hoping, keep on dreaming. Just keep on, keep it on. And then, you know, Seraphon. I at least got a new Lord Croak with them, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. And then... Dude, okay, the worst battle tome so far of the year is the Bone Splitter Orc one. I was so excited. I was like, dude, they're gonna make Bone Splitters like monster hunters. They're gonna be awesome. That's their whole thing, is they hunt monsters. And they're like, we got rid of all their monster hunting abilities, but they don't have anything now. Have fun. Oh, okay. That's neat. They just, like, Bone Splitters are just ancient models. They have to do like if they make new Bone Splitter stuff, they have to like revamp the entire line. Now that's a line that needs revamping. Like, my god. And I think Bone Splitter stuff's really cool. I like tribal orc theme. Or, yeah. I like the theme of tribal orcs. I think it's neat. That's why I built them. And that's why I've never won with them. Because they're bad. Although I can run them in Big Wob, but it's not the same. Let's see. Here we go. Very nice. Coming along. Alright, we're down to the final 5. Oh my god. It looks easy, but you just gotta keep going. Uh-oh, bop the camera. You just gotta keep going. Just keep on throwing that contrast paint on. There we go. I recently got back in the GW maze, had a batch from show, screw box to work through. Nice. Yeah, the big thing is just don't overbuy and create a crazy pile of shame. That's like one of the things everybody does. That's what I did. You buy too much, and then you're like, oh, those look neat. Oh, that looks neat. Oh, that's cool. And then before you know it, you went too far. Here you go. Get a little more air. Luckily, I've caught up a decent amount. I've caught up, like, better than I thought I'd catch up, so that's good. But not on the painting part, only on the building. But once I run out of stuff to build, then I gotta paint, so it checks out. There we go. Okay, let's put some more there. Oh, you got that Icket Claw, nice. I have him in my drawer down there. I haven't built him yet. I'm waiting to see how good he is in the new book, and if he's really good, I'll build him. Even if he's okay, I'll build him. It's just like, he's metal. I'm like, oh god, metal. There we go. Little Nurgle guy. There we go. Should I paint his organ thing? Whatever, just do it. Okay, I can paint over it later. Yeah, that's how you truly get baptized into the hobby. You have like a box full of unopened, unbuilt stuff, and then you knock over a paint or a shade or something. That's how you. That's the true baptism. Yeah, there we go. See this guy. There we go. Yeah. I actually have a, what do you call it, from the Skaven? Hell Pit Abomination, that's it. I was gonna say Hell Beast. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. I have a Hell Pit Abomination. I haven't built that yet, but I'll probably build it soon. And hope that's good. It actually looks pretty cool. And Thankful on Bone Ripper looks pretty neat. That's one of my favorite Skaven models is Thankful. And, one of my hopes for the book for Skaven is... Oh. Yeah. One of the things I really want is for the Clan Pestilin to have the same disease rule as the Nurgle. Because I love the disease rules with Nurgle, so I'm really hoping that in the Skaven book, it's like, oh yeah, the Pestilin units all give disease as well. And I would be like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And then I want the Plague Catapult to like shoot and be able to disease the unit it hits plus units around it. So like if you shoot a Plague Catapult into like a big unit of like stuff stacked together, it like spreads disease around it. Oh my god, that's on my wish list, so it probably won't happen, but it might happen. I can hope, I can dream. Cause I love that unit. I love Plague Catapults, but they suck ass. So I'm just hoping. I'm hoping. Let's see. Okay. Looking good. Actually, I got a little bit there and then a tiny bit in here. There we go. A little on his hand. A little in the armpit. There we go. Another one down. Very good. Down to 3. The final 3. Alright, alright. Well, it seems like with a lot of the armies, they're just... They're just, simplifying some stuff and then sticking with the theme of the army, which I think is pretty cool, actually. So, for example, like with Nurgle, when you play Nurgle, it feels very Nurgle-esque. It doesn't feel like they're being something they're not. You're like, I move slow, I don't die, and I disease people. And it's like, yeah, that seems right. You know what I mean? So, I'm hoping they do that with the new books. With Skaven and Sylvaneth. Dude, Sylvaneth's another one. They've like... they've needed so much help. They're just... Yep. They've reworked those Wildwoods, I think... My god. So many times. So many times. Very good, very good. What up, Sinvicta? There we go, get in there. The final two, here we go. Oh my god, I've just been painting plague bearers for an hour. At least I can stream it. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Just kind of spread it around. I can get. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Do that. Very nice. Alright, that a little too much. No pooling here, please. Although it doesn't matter too much with Nurgle, to be honest. Although it's still, you don't really want it. Let's do a little there, and then a little there, and then a little in here. Face. Like so. There we go. And a little bit in there. It's gonna get on the staff, but I don't care. Or the flag thing, whatever. I can paint it later. Looks good. Very nice. Oh, tiny bit for the hand. Yeah, there we go. Yep. And okay, very good. And now we're down. Uh-oh. A little bit here. Missed it. And now we're down to the final plague bearer. By the way, if you want more of my Warhammer stuff, I actually have a Warhammer YouTube channel. Warhammer Crendor. Exclamation point Warhammer in the chat. Where I've been uploading videos on Warhammer for the last couple of years. Including videos like how to get started with Warhammer, Warhammer painting tips, Warhammer opinions, me talking about recent Warhammer things, etc. So yeah, check it out. Corruptixus with the 10 months. Have some Bezos bucks. The Blood Bowl series are always fun to watch. Hey, thanks. 179. Sorry. They were the 10 months. And the Bezos bucks. Alright, here we go. Oh my god, this brush is destroyed. That's fine. Clean it off. Good after. Clean it off real good. Okay. Oh yeah, I had one guy. One plague bearer that I didn't get a sword. Let's see, where is he? Here he is. Hold on. He didn't have a sword, so I just glued another arm onto him. I don't know what happened to his sword, and I was like, whatever, just give him an arm. It kind of fits, you know what I mean? He's a plague bearer. He's just a diseased thing walking around.
Thanks.
Snedge 100 bits. I need to prove a point to silly gamblers. Can you please say 7 like the number? 7. 7. 7. 7. There you go. You happy? 7. 7. Nick Cage in Face Off with the 4 months. Thank you, Nick Cage in Face Off for the 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet. Thank you for the 4 months. Let's go more here. Very good. A little bit up top, a little bit under. Yeah, it was like the trickiest guy for last. You kidding me? There you go. Just throw some on his horns. That hand. Back legs. A little more. Maybe another. There we go. Just gonna super glop them up here. One thing I actually plan on doing is doing like how I did fishing with Crendor on my main channel. I want to do a fishing, or not like an interview type show, but I want to interview Warhammer people. I think that'd be really fun. Because there's like so many different Warhammer community people, and I want to like meet more of them. And I'm like, dude, I've done like so many interviews. That'd be fun. Just doing like a Warhammer interview series. That'd be neat. So I'll probably try doing that pretty soon.
Thanks.
Hold on. Close. Close. Alright. Wahoo! Wahoo! Very nice. Rinse that off. Alright, look at this. So many plague bears, all bared with plague, ready to go. Wahoo! Nothelix with the 9 months. Name of the 9 months, Nothelix. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sweet. Name of the 9 months. 40k or AOS. I prefer AOS. But I'm like 90% AOS, 10% 40k. And my 40k is orcs, tyranids, and necrons. No humans. Wahoo, wahoo. So yeah, there we go. Got all these plague bears painted up, and it was a good time. Now I just have to paint all my Blight Kings. Wahoo, wahoo! Oh, it never ends.
Thanks.
It never ends. I have not used an airbrush, no. I'm not a big airbrush person, I don't know. Maybe eventually, but... Desru with the 6 months, think of the 6 months. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Sweet. They have the 6 months. I almost said 60, what am I doing? I will not play the human factions. I won't do it. Won't do it. I'll play humanoid factions, like Beastmen, because they're not like human, or like Nurgle, they're like not human, they're like diseased plague people. But human, no humans. Alright, well, that's probably gonna do it for me. Again, if you want to check out my Warhammer channel, !Warhammer, over on the YouTube, over at Warhammer Crendor. But yeah, that was fun. I hadn't done some painting in a while. It's been a while. I think it's been over a month. So I'd like to do some more paint. Honestly, this is great. This helps me get my painting done. Because otherwise, I don't get anything done. So I should do this more often. So check that out. I'm gonna try to do like at least one a week, I think, still for the painting. I think that's good. Just once a week painting is good. A nice chill out. It's like a nice little, it's like a Bob Ross Warhammer painting, you know what I mean? Just just a happy little Nurgle. Look at these guys. These are happy little Nurgle. Look at those. Happy little Nurgle. Look at him swinging that mace. Look at that mace. Wow. Maybe I'll paint that guy next time. Paint the little nerdling. That'd be fun. Either way, thanks for watching. If you're new here, click the follow button. Follow along. Be alerted when I go live. If Twitch is working, it normally isn't, so it'll probably be broken. Check out links below stream. Whole bunch of links down there. Check it all out. Ruined. I'm very good at ruining things. Thanks to everybody who subscribed, resubscribed, drop bits, drop tips, gifted subs, hosted, rated, chilled out, just watched. Thank you very much for all the support. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow. And Blood Bowl was supposed to happen tonight, but that'll be happening on Sunday night now. Sunday. Blood Bowl, week 8. Okay. Okay. See ya. He went too far. I gotta go over here to turn the camera off because my painting area is away from the computer, so I gotta go over here, and then I gotta click stop streaming, so then I click the button, and then the stream stops, and then we just, that's how it works.